Crime fighters, promoting security consciousness.
Policing in the 21st century is indeed a game of technology, and one of the strategies for predicting and combating crime in many developed countries is data mining. But what is data mining? How accurate is data mining and analysis in predicting crime? Can it replace human personnel and boots on ground? We engage with a computer scientist for answers in our e-security segment. Thank you for your time and please stay tuned.
Crime Fighter, the searchlight on crime and criminality.
I'm Dr. Miriam Adedoyin-Olowe. I'm a data mining expert. I obtained my PhD in data mining from Robert Gordon University, United Kingdom, and I specialize in social media analysis. Data mining is a computational processes of recovering information, useful information from large data sets. We all know that globally we're generating data every day, and there seems to be lots of data that we don't have the manual capability to extract and to get useful information from. These days, getting useful data from a large data set has become like getting a needle from a haystack. You know how difficult that will be. So we need data mining processes in order to be able to extract this useful data, and that can be done using different tools, data mining tools like artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistics, knowledge discovery, and pattern recognition. Well, looking at how data mining works, if you give information without data mining experts processing such information, they only get the information you give to them, whoever you're giving that information to, say for instance organizations or even online shopping mall. If you give them information, that's what they get. But when you apply data mining, they would definitely get more than you have given, because they're going to guess some aspect of your life that you have not given. Having said that, data mining techniques can be very, very useful in policing. For example, arrest a suspect, and take for example that suspect has been convicted and it now becomes a kind of a criminal. Do you get his data? And when you get his data, do you keep such data? And if you actually keep those data, do you analyze the data? Sometimes we find out that in Nigeria, criminals get away with so many crimes over time just because they can't be caught. If they're being caught the first time, we know that it's a first-time offender. But when an offender is being caught the second time, do we have a database where we can say, oh, you have committed this crime before? Because second offender or multiple time offender should get stiffer penalty. So a police department needs to gather all this data. If you had convicted someone before, you get their data, including their fingerprints, because you can decide to do cosmetic surgery later on, but you cannot change your fingerprint. If you have that, if police have all those in place, it will guide against people committing crimes over and over again. So I will say data mining is very, very important in policing, because it will enable the police to get justice across in a very better way, and criminals will be reduced drastically. Let's take for instance, someone committed a scam, an internet scam. Then you begin to wonder, what is the profile of this particular person? If you get the profile of this particular person, then you can use that profile in order to be able to consider, where does the person come from? What kind of a person is this individual? Then you begin to look into the social network that person belongs to. There is something you call link analysis in data mining. The link analysis is, simply put, connecting the dots. This is me. Of course, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on several social medias. Who are my friends on social media? Then my friends can determine the kind of person I am, whether you believe it or not. But they said birds of the same feathers flock together. In my LinkedIn, network, you see data miners, people from my field. So by then, if an IT person commits a crime, it's easy for you to link his friends on social media, his friends on LinkedIn. Then with that, you begin to connect the dots. Oh, does this friend does the same thing as this person that has committed the crime? And do they fit into the same profile? Have they been to the same school before? Have they been to the same organization? Do they have relationship where they come together at some point in time? Then, not only will police will be able to arrest the offender, it can even lead the police to several other who are connected to the crime. So this is the work a data mining will do for you. Like I said earlier on, if you give someone your information without data mining, they just get, oh, my name is so and this is where I'm from. But a data miner will look through your name and begin to wonder, oh, this is a person, is a female. Or does the person like clothing? Or does the person shop on a particular website? Or is the website credible enough? Those are the things data mining will do. Data mining will go further where ordinary data analysts will have stopped. We need to get our data right. We need to collect data. You cannot give what you don't have. If there is no data, there is nothing to analyze. There is nothing to mine. It's just as if you have your kitchen and your kitchen is empty. If you want to cook, what do you cook? Nothing. But if you have data, and we keep our data in what we call the data warehouse, when you need this particular aspect, like I said, data mining is got to do with, part of data mining is discovering, extracting information out of already existing database. So if peradventure you have this data somewhere, then you can go back to it and say, oh, I want a particular aspect of this data, I want to make use of it. Then if you want to set up a data unit, the first thing you want to say is the data, and you get experts. It's one thing for you to get the data, is another thing for you to get experts to be able to mine those data. Data mining is complex processing of getting credible information. So if you get experts that will mine this data, and we should begin to think of sharing data in Nigeria, public data. For example, national driving license. Of course, when I did my national driving license a couple of months ago, they got a lot of data about me. That is very, very peculiar to me. So driver's license commission should be able to share the data with the police, so you know who and who to be able to track that. In developed country, all you need to give to a policeman is your date of birth, and they will get your profile right on the spot. We need to consider such thing in Nigeria. We need to get all our databases up to date and share this information. I don't think you'll be committing a crime, because if I'm filling a form overseas, they will tell me your data might be shared with this so and so department, because they work hand in hand. Police cannot do it alone. We need information from different other agencies in order to be able to get people data as at when it is necessary. Like we said, in the case of police department, I don't think the police will need my data until I have committed a certain degree of a crime. My data can be resident in the police database for many years without being accessed, except for general statistics purposes. Maybe they want to look, how many females are driving in Nigeria? Then they might need my data. So I'm not the one to check onto my data. And if you check, how many females are driving in Nigeria, then how many of them commit traffic offenses? And if you get the number of people that commit traffic offenses, what is the demography? Where did they come from? Or are they, from a particular part of the country? And is it because in that particular area they kind of want to get somewhere very quickly? Or do they belong to a certain group of age bracket? They believe that young people drive faster than the older ones. So are they, because they are this particular set of people, maybe ages 18 to like 25, and they are fast drivers? So those are the things that data mining does for you. They get a pattern. If you get a pattern of this particular set of people that commit traffic offense, then you will keep eye on people like that on our roads. And you'll be able to tell if a young person is driving, or do we need to calm him down? Do we need to, apply some measures in order to be able to tell them to be a safer drivers? A crime analyst will look at small data set per time, specific data set for specific purpose. Like we've been saying, someone commits a crime. A crime analyst will want to process that person. But on the other hand, a data mining expert will go further by using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence has got nothing to do with human being. You just put your input, you feed in your data, and you train your data. How do you train your data? You tell your data, if A and B are together, then retrieve me C. So you don't need to be there. So you put in your data, and artificial intelligence, machine learning will get you this result. That is where data mining experts differs from a crime analyst. Data mining experts will use computational processes to mine important pattern in a particular database. There is a database, no doubt about it. So what can we carve out in order to be able to classify the data or cluster the data, or you get a pattern, association from the data. If these people are married, then they behave the same, they tend to behave the same way. Or if these people belongs to this particular area in the country, they tend to act this way. Or if these people are high income earners, they tend to behave this way. They tend to go to these places. They tend to visit exotic resort center because they have the money to do so. Those are the work of data mining experts. First of all, keep your data well. Get a warehouse for your data. As you will, an average importer will get a warehouse for his goods. No one will import a goods of a vessel of a good and put it on the road. You get a warehouse to keep your data safe. Then you employ the services of experts, data mining experts, in order to be able to apply and extract credible pattern and information from already known data. Then again, you need laboratories. Data mining is not all about mining coal in certain areas. It's got to be done on computers. So you need very good computers with good servers to store your computer. And like I said earlier on, you need to share data. Government agencies need to share data. If I've given you my data, aviation might need that data, then we should be able to say, oh, this is a data that we have, then we can make use of it. But having said that, that shouldn't mean that they should, abuse people's privacy. Data mining will help you to profile crimes. That is how international people get to know what threat does this person have. Can we identify this person as a terrorist because he comes from this particular area where terrorism is being embraced? So setting up a unit, the police need to get data. Don't destroy your data. Get your data, keep them, and get experts that have the technical and technological know-how of mining that data and getting good information out to the police. No, it cannot. Definitely it cannot. It can only enhance the work of human beings. Definitely we still need police on our roads. We still need traffic policemen on our roads in order to keep sanity in our community. But data mining will help to further strengthen the work of the police. It will further help to enhance the quality of delivery of a policing and the data mining will help to bring Nigeria to that international standard where crime cannot be committed and the offender will go underground without being noticed or without being fished out. Yes, we need to train our policemen. We need to train them. We need to train them how to use technology to detect crime. Because it's one thing for you to train someone 30 years ago and you still expect that person to function in the 21st century Nigeria. No, it's not done. The children of nowadays, a 5-year-old will pick a phone and decipher everything on that phone. Be it icons, be it... if our children do write codes nowadays, they will write some codes and that code begin to do some things and you wonder how did he or she do it. So we need to train our policemen. You don't give what you don't have. If our policemen are not trained, if they don't know how to operate a computer, then how much will they be able to analyze crime effectively using world-class technologies that other countries are embracing at this time?
Crime fighters, promoting security consciousness.